Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. A revocation hearing in 8th Judicial District Court Wednesday resulted in a 5-year sentence for Lowell Edward Landers. Landers, age 58, was sentenced for evading arrest detention with a vehicle. The offense was committed in 2017. In October of 2017, a Hopkins County deputy observed an 18-wheeler weaving all over the highway near the 126-mile marker of Interstate 30. Multiple vehicles were seen getting out of the way of the truck to keep from getting hit. The deputy initiated a traffic stop and turned on flashing lights. The truck kept going, but only at a top speed of about 55 miles per hour and occasionally slowing to 5 miles per hour. The trucker finally exited the highway at Highway 19 exit. He attempted to make a turn, ended up hitting a light pole, which brought the rig to a halt. By the time the sheriff's deputy was joined by units from the Silver Springs Police Department. The trucker must have believed he was in Alabama because he said he was making a delivery to a location in Alabama in about an hour. He was tested for inebriation and was arrested. Landers of Russellville, Alabama, was charged with evading arrest and with driving while intoxicated at that time. He had been placed on probation, but that probation was revoked. If they ask about a tax abatement, we have to consider it, stated members of the City Council and city staff in answer to a KSST News inquiry. The inquiry came after the conclusion of 2 public hearings regarding the annexation of industrial parks into the city limits of Sulphur Springs. Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. in the council chamber of City Hall, members of the council conducted a second public hearing regarding the annexation of Pioneer Business Park, located on the west side of Sulphur Springs, just off Interstate 30, and the annexation of Heritage Business Park, located on the east side of Sulphur Springs, just off Loop 301. The first public hearings were conducted Tuesday, January 8th, during a January special session of the council. The council will make a decision in their March 5th meeting regarding the annexation of the property. During the second session, or second public hearing, again, no one spoke regarding Heritage Business Park. That park includes Raven Industries, Load Trail, and Amarok Polymer Concrete. 2 individuals whose businesses are located in Pioneer Business Park did question council regarding permits, codes, and advantages of being inside the city limits. The owner of a storage facility located across the street from Clayton Homes was concerned about inventory taxation. He moved his business from California to Texas due to the lengthy process of permitting building changes, additions, and the inventory taxation. The city council and staff assured him that he was not in California. The city staff noted that inventory taxation is rolling throughout the year, and inventory tax is not a flat rate based on specific dates. City staff said the tax bill for the newly incorporated area would be prorated for the year. Regarding permitting expansion or changes to current facilities, City Manager Mark Maxwell said the city has a quick turnaround on permits for small projects. He noted that most small projects are permitted the day they are requested when the engineering of the project meets code. They also noted that water and sewer bills will be lower as soon as they are inside the city. Currently, they purchase those services at a fee level for those outside the city limits. It was also noted that in May of this year, the insurance rate for the facility would be lowered thanks to the new ISO rating that will lower fire insurance rates for businesses and residents. City sanitation services were also a concern. The owner of the storage facility has recently signed a multi-year contract with a sanitation company and not with Sanitation Solutions that currently serves the city. It was noted that the city sanitation services would be negotiable during the time of the contract. The second speaker, who had been present for the first public hearing, said he did not feel his business would be getting anything in return for the taxes paid in annexation. He asked if a grace period could be put in place for industries that need expansion or changes that must be permitted for code requirements. He wanted an extended time for some work before having to seek a permit. City Attorney Jim McElroy said the city could not offer that grace period due to the ISO insurance rating. He noted one requirement for the lower rating is code and permit process. Both City Manager and City Attorney McElroy offered their mobile phone numbers to the 2 business leaders present so they could answer any questions or respond to needs at any time. Council will consider the annexation of the property in a final reading in their March regular session on March 5th, 2019. Here's Don Julian with sports.
The Wildcats powerlifting team opens their season Saturday at the annual Sulphur Springs meet at the high school multipurpose building. Wildcats powerlifting coach Casey Jeter highly recommends the Sulphur Springs meet as a spectator sport.
Coach Greg Owens does a great job putting it on. The staff and everyone else that helps out does a wonderful job. It's a big deal to the area. It's also probably one of the biggest meets in Texas. There'll be over 400 lifters from something like 30 different schools. Girls and boys will be competing, and for that number of lifters, it's very well done. It's amazing that we get out when we get out.
What time or how early will it start for people that want to come and see?
If you're coming to watch the meet, be here by 8:30 in the morning. At 8:30, we'll start squat. Be done with squat somewhere around 11-ish. We'll probably start bench press. Some will start after lunch on bench press. And then we'll finish up with deadlift in the end.
People, if they haven't been to a meet before, what can they expect?
For anybody that's never been to a meet, it's a little different. You don't really know what you're looking at. It's exciting because you get to come in and see kids lifting weight that's way over what you would think they should be lifting. For example, I have Carson Bridges. He's a 181-pound weight class. He's about 178 pounds. And we're hoping that he'll squat 500 pounds at this meet to open up the year with. He's one of my better lifters. But, I mean, you got to think, that's almost it is three times his body weight. He's going to bench press somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 pounds, and he's going to deadlift in the neighborhood of 550 pounds. So you get to see kids do things that they've never have ever been able to do. You know, I had kids yesterday where we were talking about maxes, and the kids were, Coach, my newbies. And they're like, well, I don't know, I've never done that before. Well, no kidding, son. That's why we do this, so that you get to do something you've never done before. And that's the fun part of it. More so than anything, you'll get to see coaches and relationships being built. You'll get to see kids having a really good time. You'll see celebrations when they achieve new records. And you'll get to see, hopefully, some high fives and some get after it. So it's a really good time.
Now, most people get real excited probably with the super heavyweights. There's a lot of weight involved there. And does that kind of bring excitement?
And a lot of people say that, because you get down there with the super heavyweights, and yeah, a lot of those guys are down there squatting 600-700 pounds, deadlifting the same, bench pressing 500. But honestly, I find fun in all of it. The 114s, you have a 114-pound weight class, and you've got guys down there. Yeah, the super heavyweights might be squatting twice their weight, but then you get down on the 114s, and you got a 114-pound kid that's squatting 350 pounds, 400 pounds, and now you're getting into talking about 4 times their body weight. Wow. And that's the truly incredible things. And even more so are the girls. Girls powerlifting is a big deal. And these girls work hard. They become almost fanatic about it. A lot of guys, it's just something to do for other sports. For girls, it becomes their sport. And if anybody gets a chance, definitely go check out the girls' side. Because those girls are passionate lifters, and many of them are stronger than the boys.
Kind of think of it as a 3-ring circus. How many platforms will be lifting at the same time that people can kind of look?
As I know for right now, for sure we have 10 platforms.
Wow.
10 platforms, 40 lifters a platform. We'll be broken up by weight classes. Starting down by the weight room end, we should start with girls. We'll have 4 platforms of girls and then 6 platforms of guys. And as you move up in platforms, you also move up in body weight. So the 11 weight classes, you have the 114s, 123s, 132s, 148s, 180, 165s, 181s, 198s, 220s, 242s, 275s, and then your SHW, your super heavyweights. So we're broken down into those weight groups, and that's where everybody competes at. It's not, so that's how they'll be broken up along those platforms.
Now, this is the first meet probably just about for everybody, so they'll, really be trying some stuff, I would think.
Yes, but we're trying to establish a baseline right now. A lot of my guys, will come in, especially my newbies. We don't know where they're at, and the first meet is the meet that, all right, let's come in and let's mess up so that we can get that out of our system. Let's relearn our rules. Let's make sure we know everything and how to do everything. A lot of kids are going to be standing there wide-eyed. Like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? While a lot of your pros or the guys have been doing it for a long time, George Greenway, Carson Bridges, those guys are going to be sitting back, relaxed, waiting for their lift. So, it'll be a really good time. I'm excited.
How many lifters will you have there?
Right now, I'm bringing 18 to this meet.
Oh, okay.
So I had 18 guys that put in the hard work over Christmas break, 18 guys that are ready to rock and roll.
Very good.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.